Superman isn't just one person in one universe. Across DC Comics, there are alternate versions of him who become dictators, gods, guardians of the multiverse, or broken weapons of grief. These versions show what happens when Clark Kent's power and ideals are pushed to their absolute limits. Today I'm breaking down 5 of the most powerful and influential alternate Supermen ever created, explaining their origins, powers, biggest feats, and where they exist in DC right now. Red Sun's Superman begins when Kal Els' ship doesn't land in Kansas. It crashes in the Soviet Union during the Cold War. He's raised to believe in the state, the collective, and the ideals of communism, not American freedom. Instead of working at the Daily Planet, he becomes the face of the Soviet government. He still has the same Kryptonian abilities: flight, strength, speed, heat vision, and invulnerability. But his mission is different. He ends the Cold War by making the world fear and respect the Soviet Union. He creates a near-utopian society with no crime, no poverty, and global order under his rule. His greatest opponent isn't a monster. It's Lex Luthor, an American scientist who tries to prove that human intellect can defeat a god. In the end, this Superman learns that forcing peace is not the same as inspiring it. Red Sun Superman exists on Earth 30 in the DC Multiverse and still appears in comics, animated films, and Elseworld stories. Kingdom Come Superman comes from a future where superheroes stopped inspiring hope. After the Joker kills Lois Lane and the Daily Planet staff, Superman loses faith in humanity and retires. While he isolates himself on the farm, new violent metahumans take over and treat heroism like entertainment. When the world is on the brink of destruction, Superman comes out of retirement older, angrier, and more absolute in his morals than ever. Decades of solar exposure make him stronger than his main continuity version. He survives a nuclear explosion, restrains Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel, and almost single-handedly ends a metahuman world war. He eventually rebuilds Kansas with Kryptonian technology as a symbol of hope. This version lives on Earth 22 and appears in modern comics like Justice Society of America and in multiverse events like Doomsday Clock and Dark Knight's Metal. In Justice, Superman is what happens when Superman's heart finally breaks. The Joker tricks him into killing Lois Lane and their unborn child, then detonates a nuclear bomb in Metropolis. That trauma destroys Clark's belief in free will and redemption. He decides the only way to stop evil is to control the world. He forms a regime, forces governments to surrender, kills criminals preemptively, and rules with fear instead of hope. His powers are the same, but his mindset changes everything. He defeats the Justice League, the US government, and even gods like Hercules and Ares. Heroes like Wonder Woman follow him, while Batman forms a resistance. This version exists in the Injustice universe, a separate timeline from the games and comics, but he's one of the most popular alternate Supermen ever made and still appears in multiverse crossovers because he represents what happens when Superman stops holding back. Superboy Prime is one of the darkest versions of Superman. He comes from Earth Prime, a world where superheroes only exist in comic books. When he discovers he is Superman on his Earth, he becomes a hero. But after multiple crises and watching worlds die, he loses his sanity. He believes he deserves to be the only Superman and that the main DC Earth stole his destiny. His powers are like a Silver Age Superman turned up to the extreme. He can punch through dimensions, survive red suns, move planets, and fight entire teams like the Green Lantern Corps and the Justice League by himself. His rage makes him unstable, and every time he loses, he comes back stronger. He has been trapped in the Source Wall, imprisoned by the Guardians, and even forced to live as a comic book fan in a meta twist, but he always comes back. Superboy Prime is still active in modern comics, especially during events involving crises and reality shifts. The Thought Robot, or Cosmic Armor Superman, is not a traditional version of Clark Kent. He is a cosmic defense mechanism built to protect the multiverse itself. He appears in Final Crisis, when the very concept of Superman is threatened by the ultimate force of evil, the cosmic vampire known as Mandrake. This Superman is made of pure story and thought, powered by the collective idea of Superman across every universe. He exists beyond time, beyond reality, and outside the comic panels themselves. His powers are limitless because he is meta-aware. He knows he is a character in a story and uses that to rewrite reality. He defeats Mandrake, withstands attacks that destroy universes, and stands as the embodiment of hope written into existence. This version doesn't live on any specific Earth. He exists in the Overmonitor's realm outside the multiverse and only appears when reality itself needs Superman at the highest possible level. These 5 versions of Superman matter because each one asks a different question about power, morality, and identity. Red Sun asks what happens when Superman serves the state instead of the people. Kingdom Come asks what happens when he ages and refuses to compromise his ideals. Injustice asks what happens when his heart breaks and he stops trusting humanity. Superboy Prime asks what happens when Superman's power is mixed with entitlement and obsession. Cosmic Armor. Superman shows what Superman becomes when he transcends reality itself to defend all existence. These versions don't replace Clark Kent. They prove why his choices matter.